Hey guys, what's going on? Eric here, for you guys some more T2 content. Today we're going to be reviewing 100 cow runs from Project Diablo 2 Season 5. I ended up finding a whopping 61 World Stone shards, approximately 1.75 high runes. These runs started off averaging about 8 to 10 minutes and then later ended up with around 4.5 minutes. I started off with around 100 magic find and finished just over 200. If you guys end up enjoying the video, leave a like. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. And if you guys want to see more from me, subscribe to my channel. Alright, let's get into the drops. Starting things off on run 5, I find this decent life res small charm. Later in the run, I find an eagle horn. Two sockets? Meh. Very next run, I find my first high rune of the season. I'll always take an ohm rune. You know what's better than an ohm rune? Well, yes, a burr, but 2 ohm runes is cool too. Later in the run, I find another decent small charm. An interesting melee grand charm drops a few runs later. I was probably more excited to see these Maros drop than when the first ohm dropped. +2, you'll love to see it. The next run, this hunk of beef drops a giant skull. Unfortunately, I later corrupted life regen on it. On run 17, I find the first piece of the altar set with the boots. I also found the weapon and the helm twice. Later in the run, I find a 20 life small charm. I ended up finding 3 of these. The next run drops my first skiller. Nothing wrong with the trap, you see. The next run drops Mav's belt. I found the gloves twice as well. Run 23 starts off with some Frosties. Not bad. Later in the run, a solid superior base for an insight or infinity drops as well. The next run drops some useful gloves. This time, they're Chanseys. 32 MF? Could be better. Unfortunately, a third ohm rune didn't drop, but I did use this mal to buy another skiller. Puzzle box. Two sockets, hell yeah. A 4% poison large charm drops on run 32. I ended up finding a 4% fire and cold as well. Hey game, can I have a Stone of Jordan? Yep, the game definitely isn't sentient. Skiller number 2. I think I ended up trading this passive for a Mal rune. The low res proccing pus spitter dropped on run 43. The ceiling is pretty high for rare jewels on PD2, but this melee jewel isn't horrible. Skiller number 3 drops the next run. It's always nice when they're not offensive ores or curse skillers. A unique amulet, what could it be? Seraphs. Lucky. I don't want it. The best in slot Kahagans drops the next run. Let's slam it. Gross. Halfway done when Cow King boots drop. I ended up finding the whole set. Later in the run, I get a solid ring upgrade. The run finishes off with a lidless. +2, hell yeah. Some haunches drop 8 runs later. I ended up finding 3 of these. Apparently my runes are sober now because I can't find any high ones. I almost found a ring upgrade the next run. I'm pretty sure I slammed cold res on it. A solid melee magic find charm drops on run 60. So sick. The streak continues with my second eagle horn. Let's slam it. 4 sockets, much better than 2. An Enigma base drops the next run with a 15% mage plate. After about 100 useless magic jewels, I finally found one to showcase. The res could be higher. My first 7 MF small charm drops the next run. I ended up finding 2 of these. Run 67 drops some Laying of Hands, which I later corrupted with 4 all resists. On run 69, nice, I found a Trank Shield. I found the gloves and armor twice as well. 4DR corruption? Meh. I really wish the magic find was a little higher on this next small charm. The next run drops an IK helm with high MF. I ended up finding the belt as well. A belt to complement the IK helm drops with a gold wrap. I wish the MF were higher. At the very end of this run, I found this solid jewel. Perfect res, hell yeah. I normally wouldn't show goblin toes, but the rolls were nearly perfect. I found a sick fervor jewel the next run, which I later sold for an Ohm rune. The streak continues with another chance at that SOJ. Nearly anti-perfect, horrendous. I get a second attempt at that gold wrap on run 85. Perfect MF, but that gold find is depressing. Run 86 doesn't drop just any skiller. 36 life combat skiller for the Pele? So sick. Another noteworthy jewel drops on run 89. Not bad. Later in the run, I find an almost perfect Nat Helm. A skeleton key dropped on the way to get the leg. Definitely my favorite drop from these runs. The actual cow run drops a lidless right away. Yet another +2, nice. The run wasn't done giving when these rare boots dropped. Nice complimentary corruption. Did I finally manage to find an SOJ?
Obviously not.
And finally, on run 100, a tooth throw drops, which I later slammed poorly. The perfect deadly strike looked nice for a little while though.